A clon, a boutique boost, a sound-bending fuzz, and a lush phaser. That's the territory of a boutique pedal builder, right? So what's StewMac, a brand we know for parts, doing making these? The story about how StewMac got into the pedal game and became the go-to brand for a lot of pedal connoisseurs is kind of unexpected. For decades, StewMac has been known for their guitar parts and their DIY kits. And a couple years ago, they started making DIY pedal kits, and those took off like crazy. And then the request for ready-to-play pedals started pouring in, so these pedals are the answer to that outcry. Okay, let's take a deep dive into these 4 new StewMac pedals. First off, the Two Kings. The Two Kings is a dual drive pedal based on a very famous boutique overdrive pedal. Smooth, transparent boost on one side, gritty drive on the other. You can tailor the tone and the gain structure so that your guitar and your amp always is sitting in the sweet spot. Here's my clean sound. And here's with some boost. And that could be a great always-on sound, right? Roll back the volume to clean it up a little bit. On the right side of something a little bit gainier. That's a great lead sound, a lot of nice high end, and that's what you'll notice on this style of pedal, that the high end can really help drive your guitar. So if you have a dark guitar, a dark amp, this is a great pedal for that kind of situation. And of course, if you don't want that, you can always just roll back the tone on your guitar or roll back the volume too. This is boosting into that channel. When both channels are activated, you get a great cutting, driving, raw kind of overdrive sound. Where I like to set a pedal like this is I have 2 channels and both of them are low gain, low drive. And that way I can have little successive steps up in gain on my gain stages without having too much compression or losing dynamics. Here's a guitar with some humbuckers, and it's a little bit darker than what I would normally want. Now it's much brighter. Now it's going to cut through the mix a lot more. Let's talk about Fuzz. The Sun Fuzz is StewMac's take on a Silicon BC 108 style fuzz pedal. And the cool thing about this tone knob on this fuzz pedal, it actually controls the voltage, where it can go from thin and like sputtery to a full fat and massive fuzz. And there's a huge amount of tones you can get from this fuzz pedal, not just from those knobs, but from the knobs on your guitar as well. Let's roll back that volume, get a great clean sound. overdrive pedal, right? That's really where I like to have it. Just a little bit of fuzz. And you can roll it back with this wonderful textured clean sound. Now, if you want to tame it even further, you can throw an overdrive after it, like the GhostDrive, which does really well. See, a lot smoother. It adds a nice amount of compression too, so if you have a low gain overdrive pedal, you adding that after the Sun Fuzz, that's another great tone. The Lightcycle is StewMac's Phaser pedal, and I feel bad about Phaser. It always gets overlooked, right? Chorus always gets like first billing, and then after chorus maybe flanger, and people always forget about good old Phaser, which has so many great sounds in it. If you're in a band and you got to comp on one note and one chord for a long period of time, but you want to add some variety and some texture, Phaser is perfect for that. They got you on D minor for like a minute. There you go. Now, the more you turn up this feedback knob, the more extreme the effect is going to be. So if you really want high peaks and really like piercing Phaser sound, that's what you do. Sometimes it's really fun to create these like trippy 70s kind of classic rock sound, right? Almost sounds like a cocked wah, right? Like a wah-wah pedal. So if that's too much, you just roll back the feedback. And it adds that nice sound. Now notice how different it is when Phaser is before or after drive. Subtle difference, but having Phaser before your drive pedal will actually make the Phaser effect more pronounced, whereas if it's after a drive pedal, it'll be less pronounced. Now it can also do like a faux Leslie sound. And then you can use your tone knob to pretend you're doing like left hand, right hand on an organ. And now for StewMac's #1 best-selling pedal, the GhostDrive is a Klon style pedal, and it can go from low gain, boost, or medium, or really even cranked overdrive sounds, and it adds a lot of great clarity to your signal as well. Listen. I could play this thing all day. It's just such a wonderful drive characteristic on this. The gain controls gain, the treble obviously controls the amount of treble instead of a tone, and then output. There's a lot of output on tap on this pedal, so a cool thing that a lot of people do is use it as just a boost with a little bit, a touch of gain. And so you turn the output up all the way down. And then adjust your treble to tape. And adding the little more treble means when you roll back the volume, you're still gonna have a nice airy top end. Crank the gain all the way up. It's got a great punchy mid-forward character. But where I like to have it is just around here. That's a great overdrive sound, you know? Again, I can just play this thing all day long. I want to do a quick comparison between the GhostDrive and two other great Klon pedals that I have and show you that the GhostDrive definitely has a Klon style character, but it also has its own unique kind of sound. I mean, each of these pedals are fantastic on their own, but the GhostDrive has its own thing going on. You'll hear. You see what I'm saying about the GhostDrive? There's something in that middle gain area, right when it's pointing like pretty much up. That is an awesome sound, and it has a lot of clarity. You don't hear like really that much compression on it, so your signal still blooms, your notes still really kind of come into their own. So some people have said that the GhostDrive also can be a tube screamer replacement. Right now I'm going to compare it to a Voodoo Labs Sparkle Drive, which is a take on the tube screamer. The GhostDrive has more low mids to my ear, a little bit less compression. A little bit less compression, a little more top end, a little more high, a little airier, but still like a very similar drive characteristic. So if you're looking for a tube screamer alternative, a little bit less compression, a little bit different character, GhostDrive is where it's at. I just get lost in this pedal. I just find a tone and I just go right in. If you turn down the treble, turn up the gain, and gets this really honky sound. GhostDrive was my personal favorite. Just perfect lead tone, a perfect always on pedal, and really, you can't set it anywhere wrong. Wherever you put the knobs, they're gonna sound good. I, like many others, just assumed StewMac would just give you stuff for you to build. No, you have to build this. So I didn't know what to expect when they were the ones saying, don't worry, we'll build it this time. And they end up sounding amazing. I can't be the only one who's surprised at how good these pedals sound. Again, not that I thought they were gonna sound bad, but like, usually I'm the guy that's building the StewMac stuff. But this time they're building it, and they're honestly doing a better job than I ever could. Each pedal has a great core characteristic, right? Which StewMac pedal is your favorite? And do you think they'll continue to evolve in the pedal community? Let us know in the comments below. Then check out one of these other Guitar World videos, and we'll see you in the next Guitar World Spotlight.